Hey guys, welcome to another episode of All Bass Creations, Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. So, today, this evening, we'll be going through a couple of updates that they did for the Enzo X, which is one of my absolute favorite pedals at the moment. There's just so much you can do with it, even if you're not going to use the synth side of it. You know, you have pads and everything in here, octavers. Y'all go and hit that like button for me. Appreciate all y'all hanging out with me on the different platforms. Shout out to y'all. So let's go to a bass sound and start going through. This is a good place to start. So we'll start with a square wave on the bottom, and we'll just start with one. So one of the updates, they switch over to the pedal board view here. One of the updates they did was to add the width parameter to the oscillators. So if you go to the oscillator section on the Enzo X, you'll find that there's two new parameters, one for each oscillators, two oscillators in here. And, you know, so the oscillator width pretty much makes it so it goes from a square wave to a pulse width wave. So that's 100% with the width. I keep doing that. I don't know why I keep touching the page knob. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna hook this up in stereo so I can make sure y'all can hear everything. Really, the the sound field of it all, like just the lushness of it. But while I'm doing that, y'all hit that like button and subscribe so you can keep up with all this stuff. So one of the fun things about it, dealing with, so many different effects all the time, you really get to know, like, when something's just a hype or when it's the truth. And the Enzo X definitely is one of those things that is the absolute truth. Let's see, let's put this in. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to run this stereo over to, I guess I'll run into the MS-70 CDR Plus. See, hopefully this reaches. Yeah, but wrong plug type, unfortunately. Okay, so this is something that has to happen sometimes. You got to get the right cable, the right angle, all that rada. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. I'm gonna switch it with this. Nope, can't switch it with that. I'll just use this cable here. But, pretty much they added another parameter so you can now create more waveform types out of there. Let's take this out. Take this here and take this out. Yeah, sometimes using the pedals becomes a hassle. But I like to do this stuff live. I prefer doing the live videos. Seems a little bit more fun for me. We'll come out of here. All right, there we go. So, appreciate all y'all hanging out. Make sure y'all get them likes in, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all. So, let's see what I got this on. I got this on the mono synth at the moment. So, I'm literally, let's take some of this stuff off, any extra stuff that might be on, just so you can hear the signal. So we'll put that all the way up. Turn this frequency all the way. So what I just did was open the filter all the way up. And I'm going to turn, I can't turn the filter off. I really wish they would let you turn the filter off. That would be a great help. And we'll set these to 0. Set that to there. Set that to 100. Yeah, we just want the filter open. All the way open. So we'll start with something like that, and let me just turn everything off. It's a lot of stuff that's just on, like the drives are on. Let's see, modulation type was on. All right, I think we're good from there. All right, so we'll hop back over to. That's as much of just a waveform as I can get. Right. So, and that's just a square wave down an octave. So this is the width of octave 1. I don't know why they did it like this. It's weird. No width. That's about 50%. Here's 100. So it makes it really skinny. You get that nice pulse wave now. You know, you couldn't get that before out of this unit. So if we put one on the bottom, and then let's put a skinnier one on top. Let's see what it sounds like on. Yeah, how much that really changes. So let's maybe, yeah, that's a saw wave on top. And so it does something different with the saw wave and the triangle wave, the width does. So let's hear what that is. So this is number 2. And this is triangle wave. Kind of turns it into a saw wave. So you get into some different stuff here. Getting into some real different stuff. What's going on? Let me trying to get this together. Hopefully it's a little better. Versus the saw wave. Yeah, I like that. Like that a little bit more. And then you also got this X mod here, which was already here. And the main difference is the X mod modulates the first frequency. I mean, the first oscillator with the second one. So without it, also, if you have the X mod above 0%, it disables the oscillator width parameters. it's working on that. Okay. So you can get some just dirty bass sounds with this. So, you know, a lot of traditional bass sounds might be something like a square on the bottom and a saw wave up top. Right? And you still got the detune there as well. So, you know, something like that, you know, and then you can also, you know, do some, of course, you want to shape that with the filter. So, come down. Let's add some resonance, not too much. Let's change the envelope for the filter. Let's give it a little bit of attack, a little bit of decay on it, a little bit of a longer decay. And let's set that there. But then we'll no release. So that gives you plenty of bottom on there, you know, as well. You can easily run that into a exciter or something like that. This is why I love this MS-70 CDR Plus. It's great at the end of your chain. You can just add little stuff like this. I'm gonna add an exciter, which is just like that. What is that? BBE exciter. I think it was. I think that's under filters. Yep. And we just gonna enhance it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see how far this go up. Goes up to 100. So let's just try 10. I don't like a lot of it. Just a little bit of it. We'll do 10 and 10. We'll bring this level down to. So you can just get some dirty bass synths. You might want to put on some headphones, you know. It'll make it a little easier for you to hear. And you can do things like add a longer decay. It even does like a negative version of it. Let me just bring this volume down overall. Yeah, the oscillator volume, I'll bring that down. You get some dirty stuff with this joint. This is definitely one of my favorites. Let's see what else we got in here. Let's see if we have a little bit of that X mod to that. Let's add some whiff. Oh, that joint just got real fat. That thing just got real fat in there. Yeah, that's nice. Slow that down. I like my mod speed around 5K. See what we got on this envelope, this amp envelope. This joint actually tracks pretty well. You gotta use that noise gate in there too. It has note persist, the noise gate, and then from there you can make stuff happen. See, I don't even need no decay on here either. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. What's going on, folks? Appreciate y'all chiming in. Feel free to comment. Feel free to ask questions. All that good stuff. We just going through this update here. You know, it seems like it tracks just a little better. Let me see something. I'm just doing some experimenting here. Let me see how fast I can get this thing to track. Yeah, that's too long. So no persist like point three works somewhere in that area, 0.3 seconds. Maybe even add a little decay. I feel like the decay was helping a little bit, even though it's not decaying to anything. Yeah, I like this joint. Maybe throwing a little drive. Oh, since we go into the drive section, one of the new things they did in the drive section, let me get this up here. One of the new things they did in the drive section was they added a compressor. So if you go under the volume pedal, see, let me set this. Let me take that compressor off. Let's see how this compressor is. So when it's on -100, it should be on the balance. It should be all wet, I believe. Let me see. Oh, oh, it's a left to right balance. Okay. No compressor. Compressor. Let's see if it helps in here. I want to hear what the compressor sounds like by itself. Let's just put this on. We'll just put this on. It's a pretty harsh compressor. So no compression. Okay, no compression. Now let's put this at like -8. Yeah, that's a pretty stomped down compressor there. So, but it comes with it. So, they just adding to, in my opinion, just made the pedal even greater. The pedal already had 1,000,001, things it could do great. And everything that's on here, even though there's only one chorus or one flanger, one phaser, one of each of the, different size reverbs. You get three different reverbs, three different sizes, but everything that's on here is really good and has good stereo imaging as well. So you even get a little compressor if you just need a little. I got that set to the pre-dry. You can have it set to the dry, pre-ambience, and post-ambience. So you can put it in 4 different places. So that's pretty cool. And you still have your volume pedal if you have an expression pedal hooked up. That's amazing. Make sure y'all hitting this like button, man. Like, hit that like button for me, folks. Appreciate it. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe as well. Subscribe. I'm bringing you, be doing double duty for the next, trying out something new, going live twice a day for y'all. So let's go. All right. And you got all the drives and stuff. I think that's really the only 2 things they added that was like brand new. No, they also added to the ambient section. They added a low and a high. Where is it? Where's the parameter? Yeah, they added a low and a high parameter to the echo. So that's with them on 100%. I'll bring down the highs. See if we can get it to just permanently sustain. So it can get real dark with the tape echo now. And be real bright. Oh my goodness. What y'all talking about? And you can also do the same thing with the lows. That's with it already on 0, all the way on 0. And I can pretty much do anywhere in between 25%, 50%. 75, 100. And see, now you're back to your full delay sound there. But you can easily get like a nice vintage. Yeah, or just get real dark with it. Yeah, something like that'll work. And then you just throw that into a nice reverb. Let me bring this noise gate down because that's what's killing it right now. And so one of the things you can do is you can use this pedal to shape. You can use the ADSR on your bass sound, and that's gonna and use that to shape your sound. So let's get a little bit of that going. Let me get that blend, that dry blend out of there. Go to the mix section. There we go. It's like, why is it so loud? There we go. You can come to the end. Filter section. Let's open that all the way up. Let's add some resonance. I hope that's a little better. Said the audio was clipping. Is that better? Somebody let me know. I appreciate that. Y'all let me know when something wrong with the stream, bro. Y'all just gonna leave me out here to dry like that? Let me know what's going on. Change the bottom of that filter. It's like you're walking through the snow. Just playing around with this amp envelope. So this unit. Every time I sit down, I almost forgot y'all was there. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just trying to, this pedal definitely will get you. It will get you in the mood to play. Like for real. Like this is one of those pedals you would definitely find yourself being in the mood to play more often than not. You know. Mind you, you can find this preset pack, my actual preset pack, on the Patreon. If you have an Enzo X already and you've been having trouble programming it, guess what? It's on the Patreon, along with the packs for the ToneX one, 11 different preamp packs for that, Future Impact, C4 synth, MS-70 CDR plus, you know, MS-60B plus, and the Zoom B6, which you see down there on the floor. And this is more so using it on the dry bass sound. I'm not even using the synth part right now. I'm just, first of all, you gotta hear this reverb. This reverb is crazy. Gotta take this section off here. Fade in. Vibrato. Got a ring mod and I believe a bit crusher in here too. Got a ring mod and bit crusher in here. This thing got a little bit of everything. This is the only thing I wish they would add a mix knob to the bit crusher. If Meris, if you happen to stop past and see my videos, because they every once in a while they might catch it. And you get two types of ring mods. You get a square wave and a sine wave. Also got phase, phaser, vibrato, flanger. So you get some really amazing effects on here. It's actually quite amazing how they, got the synth part down in there with the MIDI capabilities. Along with still managing to give you some really great modulations and a great tape echo delay, the amazing reverbs from what is it, the Meris Mercury, I believe it is. It's one of those Mercury X. Got your global clock there, all that good stuff. Different types of drives. Let me turn that modulation off. Different types of drives. Yeah, so I mean, you can always make a bit crusher, you know what I'm saying, thing there with the running that through the filter, and then you also still have your octaver on here as well. So, that's why I said this pedal is like almost like a must have if you want to get into synth, or if you like ambient stuff, or you just want something that's going to inspire you to do something different than all the other pedals. Like this and the Enzo X and the Future Impact. I mean, really, every single one of these pedals can do that for you. The C4 synth, the Hog 2, V256 vocoder, the Key 9, the Mel 9, the Raps, all these different things are just like tools. They're like, I look at them like parts of a keyboard, almost like this is like a modular um, keyboard, in terms of all the sounds I can get from the different pedals is just like going into the string section or the keyboard section of a keyboard, or going in, exotic instruments side, and you see a sitar pat. It's the same thing for me. But yeah, so the other cool thing, you have all these modifiers that you can set up to do different things. And you also still have this hold modifier there. Yeah, you could be here all day just going through new sounds and you gotta really isolate these. And let's do some with saw wave there. Let me get rid of this dry signal here. Here we go. Turn that noise gate back up. The noise gate on here makes a huge difference. Actually, and the other thing, Meris, if you happen to see this, can you make the noise gate turn on and off with the patches, or give an additional option on that global first page menu? You got two little extra slots there. Can you make it so we have the option for that noise gate to globally be on all the time, or turn it off? I prefer to have it higher, but when I have it higher, it doesn't cut off. And now I can't, even when I'm bypassing the pedal, it's still, the noise gate is still engaged. So, but when you tighten that joint up, that tracking increases like a mug. So, overall, I highly recommend you get an Enzo X if you have a chance. You got a chance to check one out. It will definitely benefit you a lot. Like if you're into synths or you're into really getting inspired by different sounds, the Enzo X is definitely going to be that for you. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button and subscribe. If you feel like it, hit that Cash App super chat. I appreciate all that. You know, but and again, don't forget that the Enzo X bass preset pack is already available on the Patreon. You can go there right now. That sound I was just kind of creating from scratch, but I do have a bunch of sounds already made with a bunch of. Check out some of the other Enzo X videos. You'll see them there. But yeah, this pedal is it's almost like a multi effects pedal in a way, because you can have different chains set up. Now you even got a compressor if you need it in there. You can have your drives, your modulation, and delay or reverb all ready to go, along with your octaver and different synth stuff set up ready to go and different patches. And it's an amazing unit. So I highly recommend it. Huge. Sounds amazing live sound. Every time I play it, everybody always look like, "Ooh, what is that?" So it's definitely a head turner. So that and the Future Impact V4 VIP are game changers for your pedal board. This is my main little gigging pedal board right here, with the Enzo X and Tease Electronic Plethora X1. It's just these 8 pedals. It's a Source Audio Atlas underneath compressor. So I'm thoroughly impressed with this unit, and I hope they continue to update this, because it's worth investing into, folks. I promise you that. Then when you play it with the keyboard, it gets funky too. It gets extra funky with the keyboard. So, it's part keyboard rig, part bass rig or guitar rig. Same thing with the Future Impact. So, all right, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks for hanging with me for another episode of All Bass Creations, Effects, Tutorials, Demos, and Review. I am the Bass Negus, Negus. You can find me on all platforms at the Bass Negus, and I want you guys to go check out all the preset packs on the Patreon. If you want to support the channel for $1, $5 a month, you could do that there. As well as if you sign up as a free member, even if you don't want to jump in and support right now, I'll be coming out with new courses and bass courses and improvisation courses. I will also be doing one-on-one lessons, video lessons, and it'd be a limited amount of those spots. I will also start doing live concerts on there on the Patreon as well. And I will start doing the membership version of the YouTube, where if you guys are already members, you can, you'll get to see the concerts, different things that I'm playing at, or, just like that. You'll actually get kind of like private concerts to a way. In other words, I'm gonna be bringing in my friends to play, and we're all gonna, gonna give y'all that work. You know what I'm saying? So, that'll be a fun time where you guys, I'll try to do it on nights like a Friday night, Saturday night, where you guys could really enjoy it. And, we'll make it like an event. So, definitely check out the Patreon, sign up there if you haven't already. Get some of the preset packs, C4 synth, MS-70 CDR plus, MS-60B plus, Zoom B6. ToneX 1, Future Impact, and Enzo X, and check out my music at allbasscreations.bandcamp. And make sure you follow me on all the other social medias at the Bass Negus. And I will catch you guys later. Thank you for hanging with me on a Friday night. You could have been doing